Hey, life groups, welcome back to our Denied series. And this week we focus on something that doesn't come naturally for most of us, right? It's the discipline of solitude, or just going away. And when was the last time that you sat in total silence, right? Not just quiet, but actually alone. No radio, no podcast, no scrolling, just still. I would imagine if you're anything like me, it's been a minute. But solitude isn't just being by yourself, right? Most of us are never really alone, because even when no one else is around, we fill every moment with some sort of noise. Whether that's the news, whether it's social media, podcasts, doom scrolling, the constant hum of someone else's voice, whatever it might be, we're never truly alone. And solitude is intentional aloneness, carving out space for quiet so you can actually hear from God. And here's what's striking, right? Jesus, the Son of God, practiced solitude on a regular basis. He did it for four specific reasons. The first one is to prepare for a new season, right? Before his ministry began, Jesus spent 40 days alone in the wilderness, fasting, seeking, and getting ready. Secondly, it was to seek direction in major decisions. Right before he chose the 12 disciples, he spent an entire night alone on a mountainside in prayer. Then, and only then, did he act. The third reason was to mourn after loss. When Jesus learned that his cousin John the Baptist had been murdered, his first response wasn't a crowd, but it was a boat, a quiet place and time alone. And fourth was to rest and pray after a busy season. Right after feeding 5,000 people and healing the sick, Jesus sent the disciples ahead and went up on a mountainside by himself to pray through the night. Each of these moments of solitude was followed by something powerful, right? Direction, clarity, healing, peace, even walking on water. And this past week, we heard a story from Billy Graham, one of the most influential Christians in American history, and he had such a defining moment of solitude as a young man, right? Facing hard decisions he couldn't answer, he knelt beside a Bible on a stump and said, God, I can't prove everything, but I choose to trust your word. And that night shaped everything for Billy Graham. So the question for us is, do you need to prepare for a new season, seek direction, grieve something, or simply rest, right? Solitude creates the space for us to do all of that. And Pastor Brant reminded us of a simple verse that says, be still and know that I am God. Solitude isn't about just being alone. It's about making room for two, between us and God, turning off the noise, quieting our minds, and taking in his creation, talking to him, listening, and surrendering. It could be 10 minutes, it could be a weekend, but if you do it, if you find solitude and discover that peace and that time alone with God and how meaningful it can be for your soul. And so our challenge to you is to find time to be in solitude, to be alone, and to rest in him. Enjoy your discussion today.